Okay, let's try this again. This is the 2022 housing market crash part 3. Wifey here is making me dinner and taking care of some chores around the house. Killed our power twice now. So we're going to have our editor, our guy, chop this up and put it all together for you guys in a succinct episode once this is all said and done. And by the way, if you haven't checked us out, we are on the podcast platforms as well. So if you want to listen on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can listen on the go. But I'm going to have to get my guy to chop this one up and put it together for us because this is part 3. Okay, we had microwave killed us the first time, and then we tried microwave vacuum the second time. And now we know that, we only got so much power in the house here before we got to flip the switch back on. But in this episode, I was not trying to talk about flipping the switch, cryptocurrency, XRP, Ripple. We were just trying to do a real estate update. So I encourage you guys to watch all the first 2 parts if you missed this, and we'll mash this up together in post-production and give you guys something. But anyways, let's continue on. I had finished off. I had gone through all of the real estate data. And then we were talking about a couple points that Peter Schiff was making on this jobs report that we just got. So I was talking about the gain of 520,000 jobs in July as the labor force participation rate fell means that most of the new jobs went to people who already had jobs. Collapsing real wages forced many workers to moonlight to pay the bills. If the labor market were strong, one job would be enough. So the White House, the political play here is, oh, this is great. 528,000 jobs added. This is great, right? Mr. Biden's doing a good job. But when you look underneath the data, when you look what's really taking place, people are having to get 2-3 jobs just to pay the bills. Peter Schiff continuing on, the strong labor market can create a lot more low-paying service sector jobs if inflation destroys so much purchasing power that retirees have no choice but to go back to work and kids are forced to drop out of high school and get jobs to help their parents pay the bills. Or they don't go to college, so they're not getting an education, they're not getting the job training. For a technical job, a better paying job. Now it's all about, these are not real middle class, high paying jobs. These are all service sector, what do we talk about? Uber Eats, DoorDash, all these other jobs that people are taking on for a second and third job. These don't pay the bills. This just helps cover the inflationary crisis that's hitting home for so many people. Peter says even multiple jobs don't allow workers to keep pace with inflation. June consumer credit surged by a much higher than expected 40.1 billion, while credit card debt soared at an annualized rate of 16% as consumers went deeper into debt to afford to buy higher priced necessities. Now, yesterday I put out a little TikTok, little short here on YouTube, where I talked about how we had 223 million new credit card accounts opened up in Q2. So what we're seeing here, although we added some jobs, that's just showing that the struggle is real and the real inflation crisis is hitting home and it's impacting the real estate asset class. Now, we've gone through the data. We've talked about these horrific job numbers and how the scene is so bad. And you guys get that. For those of you that are tapped in on this channel, you get how bad it is. You understand that. Okay, I wanted to talk about our strategies for writing out and operating real estate within a recession, investing in real estate during a recession. So a few things, and I'm going to talk about what I'm doing as well. Right now, people need to focus on solving problems, and I do believe that there's a lack of quality housing. Now, we've been seeing that, a lot of houses have been being brought on, right? And a lot of these builders are actually having to drop prices too. I didn't cover any of that data, but that's what we're starting to see out of that. New home builders are having to drop prices, more contingencies, trying to beg these buyers to bite. Okay. But what I see in real estate right now is if you want to do well in real estate right now, if you want to invest in real estate, and or if you are just trying to figure out how to position, you got one house, that's your main asset, right? Right now, we have a lack of quality housing. So if you're in a good spot, I probably wouldn't be moving right now. I would be hanging tight. I would wait for the interest rates to come back down, right? But when it comes to real estate investment, we're going to talk specifically about real estate investment. If the numbers make sense, you can still do deals even if we go all the way up to 10, 15% interest. It just means that the prices are going to have to reflect that interest rate, that market dynamic. But in my opinion, people haven't been solving problems. People haven't been building quality houses. They haven't been doing quality remodels. There's many people in this space that have just been speculating. Many people that have been riding the wave, riding the hype. It's easy to become a real estate agent, property manager. It's easy to put hashtag real estate investor in your Instagram bio. You know, it's been really cute to become a real estate investor. It's been cute to do all this other crap too, you know, but for people that are solving real problems, now that for you is whatever you know, whatever you think you'll do best at. If that is Airbnbs, which has been the hot thing, vacation rentals, short-term rentals, if that's your deal, then that's your deal. But you have to go in with a business mindset into real estate investing. This is completely different from just sitting on your house, your asset that you're hoping and praying continues to appreciate in value. So I want to say people are not focused on solving. People need to find problems to solve and don't speculate, improve. Go into a property with a plan. You know, your business plan, you could say, for fixing up the property, for actually producing cash flow, even as we go through a recession, whether it's real estate or you're starting your business, your side hustle, whether you're looking at, are you going to have a job in 12 months? We're going through a recession. Hopefully that's clear. Hopefully it's clear that the situation is going to get a whole lot worse because as we went through the data, it's terrible and the layoffs are just now hitting. The mass layoffs are just now arriving in the data. So don't speculate, improve. And cash flow must cover debt service. So someone just asked me on Discord, they sent me a DM asking about buying a business. It's similar to what they're already in. And you know, they were talking about, should I go into debt for this? And I talked about this in a live stream earlier. And it's very simple. If cash flow covers debt service, then you're good to go. It doesn't matter if the interest rate's 2%, 5%, or 10%. If the deal makes sense, the deal makes sense by the numbers. Now, are you figuring in that it's going to take you time to learn how to run a short-term rental business, to fix this property up, that we're still going through, you know, the supply chain situation isn't as good as it once was? Are you factoring in all these things? I'm seeing a lot of people bite off more than they can chew, just to make it simple for you guys. And I'm talking about firsthand what I'm seeing. And as we went through the real estate stories and real estate Twitter that I shared with you guys, we can see it. These guys thought they were smart. There's a massive need in senior living, senior housing, okay? And my mentor, Dan Pena, he actually talks about this business being one of the best businesses that you can enter because it has the highest amount of margins. And why is that? Because nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to run a bedpan business. That's what he calls it. Where you take people from assisted living, there's a whole spectrum of it, but you take them from assisted living all the way to bedpans, all the way to funeral homes is another business that he talks about because nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to solve those problems. And especially during the last 2 years with the whole situation going on, it's dislocated, it's disrupted that industry even more so because people needed to be isolated. And well, we saw what happened, side rant that I probably shouldn't include. I should just stick to the real estate data, but have to include the side rant because I mentioned senior living, senior housing. If you have some governors like my governor, Jay Inslee, who sent, I can't even say it, who sent the infected to the senior living centers, it actually was sick. But anyway, side rant, I don't need to go there. There's a serious need in senior living, senior housing. There's huge margins, but it's a serious business. And that's what I'm talking about as far as solving problems. So, you know, there's others. The thing that everyone wanted to do was the easy stuff, you know, just flipping, becoming a wholesaler, becoming a real estate broker, right? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. I'm just saying, if you're not a serious business person, if you're not serious about your hustle right now, Your business is done. It doesn't matter if it's real estate. It doesn't matter if it's property investing. It doesn't matter what you're in. RV parks, short-term rentals, senior living, whatever it is. If you're not serious about your business right now, this recession is going to wipe out a lot of people, a lot of businesses. And the real estate crisis, in my opinion, has not bottomed out. It's going to get worse. I think we're going to see the depths of the whole asset bubble. All assets, in my opinion, will basically be simultaneously bottoming out over the next 3 to 6 months. I don't think that we found that bottom yet. I think that we have a ways to go. Now, personally, myself, I'm looking at a deal right now, and we're working on it, man. We're working on it. And we got margin. We make sure we got margin right now. And I've been studying real estate for 10 years, so I'm going in with a serious plan. The first deal is going to roll us into the next deal, and we're going to get this real estate portfolio started. The reason why I haven't invested into real estate quite yet is because my market's been jacked up. It's hard to get in as a first-time home buyer, but I wanted to go in with the full-on strategy for rolling these deals into the next one, making sure that I had sufficient reserves built up. So really looking for, no. And the point I was going to say is the reason why I haven't gotten into real estate yet is because I've put all my money into cryptocurrency. Guilty as charged. Just to be straight up with you guys, from 2020 on, it was all in XRP and cryptocurrency. Now, so far that hasn't done so well, but I don't care. I know what I'm investing in. I know what I hold, right? So we talk about that. And then I also went all in on my businesses. And over the last year, I went all in on my second business, this media business that I've created, right? And so 90% of my time, focus, and energy and money has been on those businesses. Now that those are producing cash flow, now that those are running themselves, now that we have teams that help run it, and my role is very clear, it's very clear cut what I need to be doing in these businesses to move them forward, I can now take profits into the next investment, into the next business opportunity. But I would never do that until I know that these businesses are recession proof, that we're going to ride them out, teams in place, we can afford these teams, we're hiring during a recession. I just hit best month yet in my business last month, in my landscape business specifically. During a recession, shit's hitting the fan. Best month yet. And we're on a track right now to continue that. Okay? Now, for you guys, I don't know what business you're in. I don't know what you're doing for real estate investing. Maybe you've dabbled in precious metals, cryptocurrency. For us, we have a serious plan strategy for each asset class. I talk about that with my Discord group in depth, completely, from the trades that I'm making, the first NFT that I just invested in, and we got the Discord whitelisted in, to real estate seminars that we put on, to our business development program, to talking about cryptocurrency, not only acquiring it, which assets we actually want to acquire, but storing it, how to securely secure these assets. And then we also talk about our prepping and essentials over there. For me, it's every single asset class, a specific strategy for each. And I try to share that with you guys here. And we talk deal specific, we talk investment specific, we talk and share trades specific in that group. If you're looking to get access, we would love to see you over there. But other than that, folks, right now, I don't care to say, oh, I called it, I told you so. It pains me to see what's happening in middle America right now. It pains me to see, good people are losing. But folks, you get a participation trophy here in real estate. You get a participation trophy if you got a 401k, which most people got. But as we're seeing, if you don't have a serious program, if you don't have a serious strategy, you've been wiped out. Okay? And the overall data tells me that we're going lower in every single asset class. We haven't bottomed in real estate. We haven't bottomed in crypto. We have cataclysmic events still yet to play out. And I'm going to be talking about that in my next stream on what we're expecting to come here as we wrap up this Shemitah cycle, the end of September, okay? Going into an election cycle, which actually can lead us into a pump, believe it or not. We actually can get a rally. But through this overall bear market recession, I still think that we have a year to 18 months to ride out a storm, to ride out rough times, for it not to be everyone's winning Everyone gets to participate if you still got some money to invest, if you still are in the stock market, if your 401k is down 50%, but you still got money in, you're still going to be participating. But are you going to be winning? Is your program going to be working out? So, looking to make moves right now, real estate, looking to buy more crypto right now, shorting Bitcoin as we speak, not financial advice. Next time I can make it into my coin dealer, I'm going to be buying more silver. We just got tapped into a new program. If you got a 401k, you're looking to roll it over into precious metals, head to my website and hit the top of the website. It says precious metals. Hit that link and we got someone that'll help you roll over your 401k if you're looking to do that. Seeing the middle class of America get wiped out does not make me happy, does not make me thrilled. But I would be lying to you if you said that I'm not salivating at the mouth, ready to chomp on all these opportunities that are passing by us, ready to take advantage of all these deals. They're coming online, and it's going to get worse. So the deals will get better. That's just the facts. That's just the reality. Now, to the flippers, the speculators, and the BSers, that I get a deal. No, please understand. When I talk about this, I'm not just reading Twitter all day. I'm dealing with these people. I'm taking money from them in my landscape business because we're doing work for them. The real estate brokers, the flippers, the property managers, the worst. Property managers are the worst. Investors. And then obviously we just service commercial clients. So we're seeing what's going on. I can see, and it's not good. Okay, let's answer some questions while we're here. Let me take a few questions while we're here before we wrap up this session. Hey, Zach, love all your streams. How did you come to choosing individuals for your business teams? Great question. My business partner in my landscape business has an accounting degree. He understands numbers, and he's also more mechanical than me. So he takes over on some things that is not my deal. I don't like turning wrenches. I'm not a mechanic. And then I'm not good with numbers, and I don't like sitting at a computer. So we've done that. And then for landscape, it's just a matter of getting labor, which is very tough right now. There's a labor shortage right now. And so right now I'm trying to pay my guys very competitively. Very competitively. I can't say too much numbers, guys, but very competitively. Very competitively. Okay. And then in my media business, we got a great team. Each person has their own expertise. We just onboarded, these people, and they're helping us take us to the next level with that. Yeah. So it's a matter of bringing on people as you can afford them. If you're going that real business route, you have to understand your cash flow. You really have to understand your financial statement in your business. How much money are you bringing in? How much is going out? How much are you trying to suck out of your business? Which many people have been doing. It's been good times, right? So everyone was pulling out that free cash flow to buy a new whip, to buy stupid shit, just to summarize, just to buy stupid stuff. Now they're having to sell that vacation home. They're having to sell that boat. They're having to sell that extra car. They're having to offload assets, right? Where are we at in the questions? Seem XRP may go down a little bit. Yeah, so we're expecting the market to go down over the next week or so. Be ready for that. Yeah, we're going to be buying crypto over the next week is what I'm going to be doing. Not financial advice, but what we're looking at in our Discord is over the next week, we're going down. Are you following Dan P's teachings, or do you have a formal mentorship with him? I don't have a formal mentorship other than I flew in to see him live in Omaha. So I flew in to see Dan live in Omaha, and I have listened to everything. I just listened to everything he puts out, and I'm implementing the strategies in my businesses. Do I use Ledger Crypto Wallet? I have multiple wallet solutions. Yep. Now Dan is in cash right now. He doesn't do crypto. He doesn't do real estate. Obviously, a man like him has a little bit of wealth, so obviously he has a few properties, but I think that he's offloaded most of his properties besides his castle. So he's in all cash pretty much, other than a few other. I think he says he lets Sally invest in stocks. Dow futures down 80 before Monday opening. Let me take a look at the market actually as we speak. Like I said, I got a Bitcoin short live right now. Let's take a look here. Thank you for tuning in, guys, on a Sunday session. We were on real estate. We had to break it up into 3 chunks. Sorry for the technical difficulties on our end. Had to flip the switch, turn the power back on. Bitcoin's at 23,180. Okay. Yeah, so we're watching Bitcoin, been hovering around 23K today, and I'm looking for it to break down. I got targets below 21K. But that might not play out this week. That might play out over a longer time frame. So if we get a serious move, we could go down to those levels. But at the very bare minimum, I expect us to be back down to the low 22,000s here this week. So be ready for that. 23,200 for Bitcoin, 1,700 for ETH, and XRP's at 37 cents at the time of this recording. Are you stacking precious metals? Yes, I am. Yeah. Yep. It's not a very huge percentage of my portfolio, but yes, I'm stacking precious metals, and I'm not really expecting or caring about the gains as much as I am just I want offline assets. But I do think that we're going to see pretty good gains for silver, and I think that gold is going to be a hedge against the crash of the dollar. The gains might not be incredible, but I think it's going to function as a hedge as it always has. What's the best route to get XDC into cold storage? If you guys are looking to get XDC into cold storage, you can get an EliPal Titan. EliPal Titan, I have a link in the description of all my videos for the EliPal. So you guys can, we use the EliPal for our XDC. It's one of the few cold storage devices that actually holds XDC. So the link is in the description down below. Am I investing in DCA? You think it's a good move? Are you talking about Danger Close Alpha, or are you talking about dollar cost averaging? Danger Close Alpha, I picked up 17 NFTs. We got the Discord whitelisted, and so we had some Discord members take advantage of that. And that was my first NFT that I participated in. It was pretty cool. So yeah, haven't been buying any more of the NFTs, but I've been watching. Looks like they got some good stuff going on over there. Good utility, good community. I've been really impressed with the community, actually, to be honest. But if you're talking about dollar cost averaging, yes, I've continued to buy XRP all the way down. I bought a little bit of XLM too during the bear market. Other than that, I haven't been buying anything else. And now I have a portion of my portfolio set aside for trading the market right now. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. I'm shorting Bitcoin right now. The descent wall as well. Yes, that's another one. What do I think of penny hoarding for copper? Man, yeah. I like freedom seeds and silver and gold. I don't really play with the other commodities, even though you could probably see something there too. But I don't want to have a bunch of pennies hanging around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just stack a bunch of, like, silver looks good enough for me. And maybe I'm missing out, but it's just freedom seeds and silver enough to get me through a crisis. And you know, once I build more wealth, I'll be allocating more of my money to gold and silver just to store value. I think that gold and silver are one of the few commodities, few asset classes that actually are going to continue functioning as a store of value. Obviously, Bitcoin isn't, you know, the crypto space is still very volatile. So which ISO coin could rise first? I think the, you know, one of them might catch a pump before the others, but I think they're all going to move up in tandem. Essentially, once we get regulations, utility will set us free. Do I believe that XRP will be backed by gold and reflect its price later down the road? I think that gold will be represented on the XRP ledger, and it will increase the value of XRP. Yes. Will XRP be backed by gold directly? I don't think so. I think that gold's going to be represented on the XRP ledger. So is that backed by gold? Not necessarily. It's not a one-to-one, like 1 ounce of gold equals 1 XRP at $10,000. But I mean, I could see something like that if there was a, Fed buyback and they reset it with a gold-backed CBDC, but I don't really care to speculate. I know that gold's already represented on the XRP ledger now. So that's already happened. It's not a backing, but it's going to add to the liquidity and it's going to add to the price of XRP. It's going to add to the value of XRP. The more assets, the more networks, the more commodities that are moving on the XRP ledger, the better the price is going to be. There's only 100 billion XRP, and Ripple is operating the treasury function of that escrow. And we can see what they're doing. It's pretty clear. They're not giving it to us. It's only going to banks and financial institutions that are using it for utility. Do I believe what Pena said about Bitcoin going to zero? I believe that Bitcoin's going to have a rude awakening one day when the Tether implosion happens and when the masses finally realize who created Bitcoin. I think that it's in for a rough day. Yeah. Doesn't matter who created it. I don't even care to talk about Bitcoin, to be honest. It's just so boring, irrelevant, and holding back humanity. And man, honestly, I love to talk crypto, but it's just like, who cares? What a waste of time, space, and energy, and human capital and resources. Let's do something better with our time. I'm sorry to be so smug against Bitcoin, but I mean, it's just like, when you talk of the possibility of the Fed's buyback of XRP at a set price, would that mean it's mandatory? Well, that's speculation, man. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to go door to door and make us give up our XRP, right? I'm prepared for everything. In cryptocurrency, XRP is just one part of how we're going to build generational wealth. That's where people get confused, is XRP is just one part of our program, right? Bitcoin is the AOL of crypto, and we know what happened to AOL. Yeah, I mean, simply just from a tech perspective, it's terrible. And then literally governments are trying to ban it. So, I mean, there's that too. When am I going on around the blockchain? I believe it's the 11th and the 25th of this month. I will get that out to you guys. By the way, if you go to my website and you go to the contact form, we're going to be introducing a newsletter. So if you want to get tapped in over there, just head to my website and you can enter in your information on our contact form, and then you'll be tapped in. Because we're going to give a newsletter is going to be coming out that'll have where we're going to be on different interviews, different shows, and then what my schedule is going to be. So that'll all be there. Do you think that the mass will stop us from selling XRP? What do you mean? Do I think that they'll stop us from selling XRP? Who knows, man? JP Morgan was manipulating the metals market? Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's being proven in court now, and so that's why I think that once derivatives goes to blockchain technology, we will get the true price set for all of these assets. It's going to be an overnight reset, not just for XRP. That's what people need to understand. The overnight meme in regards to XRP is not just XRP. The 589 reset ties into the 589 COMEX rule as well, which is basically the rules for banks and central banks holding gold. All goes back to Basel III being reset. Now they have an incentive to hold gold. So we're going to see all of these assets overnight being reset to their true value, having true price discovery. That's what's going to happen. So if you're investing in utility, it's going to be the greatest transfer of wealth in world history, and you're going to participate in it. If you're not investing in utility and you got a bunch of crap, you got a bunch of metaverse, non-utility NFTs, hype meme coins, stocks that are overvalued, real estate in high-flying markets that's getting wrecked, you're going to participate in the greatest transfer of wealth in world history too, but you're going to lose. Do I think that the November FIFA World Cup is a distraction from? Yeah. I mean, there's many distractions, man. From the Olympics that took place, from FIFA, from all of the spectacles that they put in front of the masses here, just keep them distracted, lulled, completely asleep. I can't remember. I mean, I just don't even watch sports anymore, really. But yeah, I mean, I love sports. I think they play a role for youth. I think that youth sports are important, but yeah, I don't know. There's so many distractions and there's so many events that are going to take place between now and November. Our election cycle is just chaos from now until then. Doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter when it happens. All that matters is, are you prepared? I am medically retired, but I clean and restore headlights on cars. It is probably not recession proof. That's an interesting way to make a living. Then find something that is recession proof, because guys, I think that we still have a situation for the next 12 to 18 months. Not fun times for the next 12 to 18 months. So yeah, I'm super excited to go on around the blockchain. I don't know if Ben will be on those episodes. I know that he's usually not on those episodes, but yeah, super cool. Super cool. We're going to be on BitBoy Cryptos around the blockchain this month. Definitely going to be taking advantage of that. You know, it's going to be a good time. TikTok, what are you guys working with? Guys, to be honest, I don't care to talk about wallets or exchanges. I don't like talking about wallets or exchanges. It's just, it's very, yeah, I don't know. It's such a case-by-case issue. So it depends what state you live in. It depends on how much money you got, what assets you're buying. Are you going to go live again later this evening? Probably not at this point. I've stayed on a little later than I thought I was. But we'll see. That is possible. If not, tomorrow morning we'll be going live 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. Looking to wholesale real estate? Yeah. There's plenty of money to be made in real estate. It's just, it was really saturated. It was really saturated. Like, we're having a reality check in the real estate and every other asset class as well. And I kind of love the bullshitters and the scam artists and these guys that are just fly-by-nighters. I would be lying if I said that I don't kind of get off on seeing them go bust, getting called out, flopping, failing. I've had these guys screw me over. I've been screwed over by wholesalers. Thousands of dollars stolen by these guys. I had a wholesaler we did a $1,500 landscape cleanup job for him on a property that he hadn't taken title of. And then he hit it, ran out of Dodge, and when it wasn't able to collect a dime from him. Now, I know what you're thinking. You know, I should have checked his credentials. I should have known what I was getting into, blah, blah, blah. When you're doing deals and, yeah, okay, you want me to, you took title of this property. Okay, you're a real estate investor. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, we can get in here and one day we'll clean this up for $1,500. You bet. We come in, bang it out. It's all cool. He had camera crews recording us. He was getting video footage because he was a hot shot. He told me he had a Lambo. Never heard from him. Never received payment. And I can't say too many details, but business is fun, folks. Business is fun. You're going to take losses. You know, you play the game. There's going to be some situations like that. That's fine. But that's what I'm saying. I like seeing guys like this lose. He deserved to lose. I knew he was going to lose. When we were going through that moment, I said, okay, I'm going to see you. I'm going to see you fail along the way. You're not going to make it to the finish line, brother. That's exactly what happened. His construction business, gone. Real estate business, gone. All of his businesses, gone. Yep. So, hey, it's all our opportunity. It's all our opportunity. For those of us who are good people with good strategies, taking massive amount of action. It's the best opportunity that we're going to have in our lifetimes right now. But just think, these guys are funny, right? I mean, it's just the perfect story. Why don't I like metaverse projects? Because many of them do not have real communities. Many of them do not have real utility. And that's if they don't have community or utility, they're not going to go anywhere. They were hyped by pumper and dumpers, by TikTokers, by influencers, by VCs, and they're going nowhere. The major metaverses are going to be Facebook's Meta, Mark Zuckerberg's AI reality that he's creating, and a few others. There's going to be a handful of major winners, and it's going to be the big boys and girls. And a lot of the crap that got shilled to the community last year was just that. It was crap with no utility, and it had a community while things were going good. While everyone was trying to flip NFTs and flip metaverse. I mean, you guys saw the trading volume was over $200 million a month in metaverse land. In the average metaverse piece of land was at over $15,000 for a virtual piece of land. That was the average price. Now, we had some people buying $1 million parcels. But it's all about community and utility with NFTs and metaverse, and for that matter, for any other cryptocurrency. Who's using it? What problem are they solving? And how big is the value? What's the value of that problem? Is it $1 trillion problem? Are we investing in a blockchain game that 1,000 nerds are going to play maybe for a couple weeks before they lose attention and then move on to the next project? You see what I mean? I always ask for a retainer. Yeah, we always get a deposit on any job usually over $1,000 that includes materials in our landscape business. So any job over $1,000 that includes materials, we get a 50% down. Yeah, that is our standard procedure. And then most of the time we have a contract. Well, now we have contracts with everyone. But you learn, you make mistakes, man. 7 years. Been in business for 7, going on 8 years now. My brother, Flare is going to be bigger than I thought. What do you think? Yeah, it's going to be massive, man. I've always thought that Flare is going to be massive. I just thought we're waiting. These games in the XRP Ripple lawsuit are holding back Flare. Basically, what we've heard is the development and the rollout of Flare has just been stalled by this lawsuit as well. Once this thing's set free, we're going to be well on our way. Flare is going to be massive. The XRP ledger is going to be growing so rapidly after this SEC lawsuit. I think it's going to make a lot of these other cryptos look silly, to be honest. Do we need Spark or Songbird to capitalize on anything? Yeah, so that's the thing, is we're waiting for Coinbase to give us our Songbird tokens, and then we're hoping that Coinbase is going to give us our Flare tokens, our Spark tokens. We're waiting for them to give us our Songbird. Songbird's already been released. We should already have our Songbird. Thank you very much, Brian Armstrong, for playing along. Although, let me make a point real quick on Coinbase. Because we're talking about these exchanges going insolvent, going bankrupt, failing. Do you think that Coinbase, because this is the point that I've been making, I think that Coinbase is going to make it through to the other side. Do you think that they would be partnering up with BlackRock if they were about to go bust? No. That right there tells you all you need to know about Coinbase right now. They're good to go. Are they going to go through some issues? Most likely. They probably already are. But it appears that they're going to be solvent. It appears that they're going to be making it through to the other side, and that they are going to be partnering up with the institutions to allow the institutions, the big boys and girls, to invest in crypto, which I'm sorry to say, kids, is what we need. If you want to get rich in crypto, if you want to create some wealth, if you're waiting for something to happen, the institutions are going to make it happen. Retail is not taking us to the promised land, is not taking us to the yacht party. Sorry, kids. We're not going to make that happen. The adults in the room understand that you had to work with the banks, the governments, the regulators, and the financial institutions to solve massive problems if you were going to do anything important in this space. So to that point, we're waiting on Coinbase to give us our Songbird, and then we're waiting, hoping that Coinbase is also going to give us our Spark tokens, which is the Flare network. In my opinion, they will get their act together. Okay, regulations will be set, the lawsuit will be over, and Coinbase is definitely going to relist XRP. And I think that they are actually going to give us our Songbird, give us our Flare Spark tokens. Okay? I have faith in them. They know how much money's at stake. Of course, their hope is that XRP will be a cryptocurrency that they're listed to sell, or they're able to sell securities as well, so they'll be able to sell XRP as well. They'll be able to take our XRP and give it back to the banks and financial institutions that need it for on-demand liquidity and for other utilities. They will be more than happy to take our XRP, to give us loans on our XRP. There's too much money at stake. Now, maybe they're going to partner up with BlackRock. They're going to partner up with JP Morgan. They're going to get other partnerships too. There's a lot of money coming into the space, guys. Can you talk about how finding God within has changed your perspective in the matrix? Great question, Gregory. Let's get spiritual for a second. So for me, the evil is what made me get more in tune with that program. Seeing the evil and feeling a need to confront it is what really woke me up in that aspect of things, in believing in God, believing in a higher power, believing in a good vibe. And the reason why I always say that is because for me, it's undeniable. We got a lot of people that don't believe in God, don't believe in any higher power. Okay, that's fine, but science that we're supposed to believe in does prove positive and negative energy. So I just say to the people that don't go into that program, say, well, then just catch a good vibe. Just be a good person, because I'm not here to offend anyone. I'm not here to, I'm going to have all these guys in the comments. This is why they say don't talk about religion or politics. Well, I'm not, I don't care. I'm going to say, what I believe in and how I live by. My program is in finding a purpose that is bigger than yourself. So once you find that, you're going to get more fulfillment out of life. If you don't have any higher calling, if you don't find a purpose, you're just going to be in a dead-end life. You're not going to be able to find meaning in life. I mean, I don't know. I just think that it's boring to be like, to think that way, to just think that there's nothing bigger than this, that none of this matters. No, this is just, it's all coincidences and science and vibes and nothing of matter, which, okay, whatever, to each their own. While I'm here on this planet, you do whatever you want to do, and I'm just going to try to take care of my family at the end of the day. And I'm going to try to do right by my neighbor. And to me, you can tell in your gut, you can tell in your heart what's right, what's wrong, where's good, where's evil at. So that's for me where it's about. Been staking my Songbird for a year now. These exchanges need to be held accountable for holding the bag. Yeah, I mean, I think that they're just playing their role. When all of the big boys and girls are ready, they're going to say, yep, we're holding digital assets. We believe in, it just came out from Wells Fargo that digital assets could be a good solution, a good alternative, whatever they said. And it's just like, no shit. They've been doing all the deals behind the scenes. It's very clear. Sold your house last month. There you go. Good time to cash out. Can you explain more on your perspective on how money will become worthless? Okay, the value of the US dollar will decrease, but they have plans to roll out their central bank digital currency. So I don't know how the full restructuring of the debt of the money actually takes place. But in my opinion, they're just going to roll out the central bank digital currency. It's our speculation whether or not it's going to be backed by gold, whether it's going to be backed by something else, whether we're going to get that world money, which we basically already have at the IMF. which we basically already have with an XRP world currency, world reserve currency. That's what XRP is. XRP already is world money. But the dollar will lose value. It will go bust, but they have their plan to roll out the CBDC. So for me, it doesn't matter if we're using the US dollar, the new CBDC, if we're going to trade seashells, if we're going to trade gold, oil, a different commodity, XRP, XLM, whatever the CBDC is going to be or be built on, doesn't matter to me. Whatever currency we're going to be using doesn't matter. What matters is having assets that are going to produce value, have utility, and then you're going to be able to receive payment in whatever you want. You know, you could be like Russia right now that's forcing the hand of all these other countries to pay them in rubles because you have the commodities, you have the natural resources, the gold, the natural gas, and that's what other people need. So then you get to go to the table and say, hey, you're going to pay me in this currency, this commodity. And countries and corporations are going to have a restructuring of their bond market. So what's your country going to have their currency back their dollar by? Russia, China, the BRICS nations, and others are ready to back their currencies by gold. Maybe El Salvador will do Bitcoin. Others maybe would do XRP. That's what I would do. Back it by XRP and then back it by some gold. I would build it on the XRP ledger and back it by gold. That's the key right there. That's what I, would hope our country would do. Let's roll out a new US dollar. Let's back it by gold. Hopefully we have the gold. Rosie Rio said we did. We take her word on it. Back it by gold, build it on the XRP ledger for interoperability with other CBDCs, and we're set and we're ready to go. Work out a deal with Ripple to get 10 billion XRP out of the escrow. We're good to go. That would be the perfect restructuring. Are we still going to see more dips for XRP? Yeah, I'm ready for over the next week, looking for this thing to go down. Do you see yourself continuing to run this show even after XRP price is realized? Life will be different, but I want to continue to help people out. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I love doing this. I love doing this. There's a reason why I can come on for hours every single day. It's because I love doing this. This doesn't work for me. So I don't know. I'm going to continue to follow my passions and what drives me. And I'm going to continue to find ways for me to bring value to the community and the world. So I'm going to be working in my local community. We're doing things on a bigger scale now. Yeah, man, I'm going to continue working. As far as this show, we'll probably be shifting. I don't know. After crypto's kind of had its moment, maybe we'll be talking about NFTs. We'll be talking about metaverse. We'll be talking about, I don't know. For me, I always planned on talking about all of the assets and kind of having a full encompassing strategy program show. But the bear market really spurred that on, because last year it was like all crypto, and then I would just have like really fun sessions on TikTok and whatever. We were just playing around. But the bear market really spurred me on to talk about business, real estate, precious metals, and everything else. I think Zach will shift more to cash flow business talk and passion project talk when XRP is realized. Absolutely. Yeah, basically we're not going to stop, but we're going to keep moving. The only thing that's really going to put a kink in that plan is going to be family. And it's not really a kink. It's not a problem. It's just what we're destined to do. Procreate, baby. Just like Elon says, we got a crisis. We need more babies. We got to produce more cash flow in our businesses and own solid real estate that can afford a big family, baby. We got to make it happen. It's a blessing. Yeah, I am trying to wait a little bit before I bang out another one. Not financial advice. Not baby making advice. Make sure you have the budget. But they are a blessing. And I think Elon's right. I think he has a point. Human population, we need to bang them out. Exactly, Rosemary. Exactly what we've been trying to talk about here. why it's been so important. We all needed to learn a lot to get into crypto, but we're going to need to learn even more to manage our wealth. And that's why I think we'll continue to talk about crypto for the next couple years, because we are still so early, guys. So we still are holding people's hand, helping them get wallets, helping them figure out exchanges, helping them figure out all that with crypto, right? But then we figured that out, and then we're talking about all the other asset classes as well. And then how are we going to preserve our wealth? Precious metals, real estate, and then investing in businesses that are going to produce us cash flow forever. Businesses that we don't need to participate in, but are going to continue to provide income for our lifestyle, our necessities. Yeah, amen. I'm chomping at the bit to get into real estate, because I know we're gonna do real estate the right way. You know? I love you guys. Did you decide to make an XRP bag for your daughter? Man, basically everything that I'm creating is for my family and my it's all for my family, man. You know, God willing, I live a very long life, but the reason why I'm working so quick is because I'm ready to go to war, man. And I mean that. And I pray that I don't have to. You know, hopefully we don't have a draft. Hopefully I don't have to. I don't want to. I pray for peace. But the situation's very serious, and you know, life happens. And so I want to leave behind assets that are going to continue to give them an opportunity, produce cash flow. And so they don't got to, you know, start with nothing. I'm going to make my children will be working 100%. We're going to teach them right. But yeah, I mean, we're not just going to give them everything, but I want to, here's what it is about for me. I want to allow my children to do more than what I accomplished. I want them to look at what I accomplished as cute. Oh, good job, Daddy. You did real good. But we're going to build a way bigger business. That's what I want. Or if it's not the business route, then it's whatever they want to do, whatever they're, you know, trying to do. You know what I'm saying? XRP is the one. Check David Schwartz's latest tweet. The license plate reply was epic. Yeah, it was a license plate that said XRP and XLM, and he said they forgot to put the greater than symbol in front of XRP being greater than XLM. David's so funny. He's really been outspoken though as of late. Love to see it. I love to see it. What will be my real estate strategy? So I'm looking at a deal right now. I've already made an offer. We're negotiating, trying to make it happen right now. Can't say too much, but yeah, I'm in a deal right now, trying to make it happen, trying to close, and then that'll help us get the ball rolling. It's a value add. Okay, so I have a plan. I'm not hoping and praying that this house appreciates. No. We're gonna fix it up, and then we're gonna roll that equity in the next deal. And if it's not that deal, then it'll be the next one. We're ready to move on real estate right now. So that's my real estate strategy to get the ball rolling. I'm definitely looking at more commercial properties. Definitely looking at more commercial route. Commercial properties. Also looking at development. See, this kind of aligns with what I already got going on, because I already got a landscape business with all the tools and equipment to clear land and do serious things, you know, to prep land for development. So I can bring a property up to that point. So yeah, I mean, we're ready to roll, man. So I'm saying I've built a lot of infrastructure leading up to this point, a lot of relationships. I know all the real estate brokers in my community. I know all the property managers. I know the national property managers. Without saying too much, I love beating them up because they are the worst. They get me riled up. These national property managers, the worst. But yeah, man. Dean, thank you for the super chat. My first super chat wasn't seen. The live ended. How much time do we need to acquire real estate before recession reversal? I'm cash broke and hustling. Great question, and I apologize. We've had to go on. This is our third stream tonight. because, we lost power a couple times. We had to flip the switch once again. So I do apologize for that, Dean. But thank you for the super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel. Great question. Okay. How much time do we have to acquire real estate before recession reversal? I'm cash broke and hustling. I still think we have 12 to 18 months. I think the actual bottom, that's what we're all trying to find out, right? That's the $1 million question, is where is the bottom? But I think there's already deals online. And this is the thing, is if you're savvy in real estate, if you have a serious plan, you were able to do real estate during the bull market. You're able to do even better during the bear market. And so there's going to be deals now. There's going to be deals later. Where's the bottom? Where's the best deals going to be? I think that comes to you and your skills and the relationships that you've built out, the teams that you've built out, your strategy for real estate. If you know what you're doing, you can find deals right now, but 3 to 6 months is when the bottom comes in my opinion. For real estate, crypto, stocks, everything. Cataclysmic tsunami wipeout, we drown moment takes place over the next 3 to 6 months. Tether implosion, liquidity crisis, all of the exchanges that are going to go bust are going to go bust during this moment. And then we start to rebuild. From the ashes, we reset, we rebuild, we restructure, and we enter a new world. From the ashes, the phoenix will rise. Invest accordingly. Prepare accordingly. I'm cash broke and hustling, Dean. Many of us are in that position as well. Cash broke and hustling. Yep, right there with you, man, my friend. There are ways to get into property with very little down, though. Very little down. So you can do seller financing as one way. Look to do some seller financing deals. Okay. You may have to pay more. You may have to pay a little bit more, right? You may have to, give the seller a little bit better of a deal. But you can do seller financing for sure. There's ways to get in with low payments, low down payment, right? You can do if you're a first-time home buyer, there's all those programs and others. But you can also do the seller finance. If you're really serious about real estate investing, you can start to do seller finance contracts. A little bit more sophistication there, but you can do it still. This is why we work on establishing relationships right now. I mean, why we were doing that over the past few years. But if you're right here, right now, it's not too late. It's just a matter of start today. Figure out your plan. Don't spend a month creating a business plan, writing a 30-page business plan. You don't need that. Figure out your business plan. Probably doesn't need to take longer than a week. Business plan shouldn't be more than 1 page, most likely. And then start executing. Start building the relationships. Start picking up the phone. Start making those calls. Start, creating the entities. But don't put the horse before the cart, right? Or the cart before the horse. Sorry, I always get that one wrong. Don't put the cart before the horse. Okay. Not these desperate for these bubbly prices, dude. Yeah, I mean, some markets didn't appreciate like others, though. That's the thing. It's all based off of your local area. You could be in Missouri where you've been chilling at 5% appreciation was the best that you got. That's not a high-flying speculative market that's going to crash by 20, 30%. These other markets are getting obliterated, the cities primarily. In the really hot markets. Why would they relist XRP if it's not for retail? Because they want to get your XRP. They want to get your money. They want to get the fees. They want you to give a loan. They want you to put up your XRP as collateral. That's why. Unless they go the route of not making it for retail completely and we got to buy back and all that. That's all speculation, which I don't rule out. I don't rule that out at all. But the reason why they would relist XRP is because they want us, please give us your XRP. Stake your XRP here. Use your XRP as collateral over here. They're going to be competing for our business. And in that scenario, as that plays out, if the institutions, if the banks, the remittance platforms, everyone that's building on XRP, they are going to be sucking the XRP out of the system of the retail Joe Blows like you and me. And what do you think that's going to do to the price? As that supply goes down for retail to be able to buy, the utility folks keep on pulling it out of circulation. We need it to build on. We need to run derivatives over here. We need to put gold on the XRP ledger over here. We need to tokenize real estate assets. We're going to tokenize everything, and everything's going to be put on the XRP ledger. I want to make a point real quick. If you could smash that thumbs up before we go, I'd greatly appreciate that. Someone just hit me up on Twitter and they said, when are you going to address that XRP is not going to take over any of trade finance? That trade finance is going to be all XDC. Well, that's not the case at all. Is Zenfin, the company, more focused on trade finance than Ripple? Yes. Are more people that are using it for trade finance utility building on XDC than XRP? I don't know, but maybe. Okay, I'll give it to you. But XRP can do everything. XRP Ledger is going to be able to do NFTs, metaverse, real estate, everything. Cross-border payments, everything. Derivatives. Tokenized contracts. Everything. They're doing land contracts in Colombia right now. The first ever land registry on the XRP ledger. So you can use XRP for whatever, but the conversation is, what is Ripple doing? What is Zenfin doing? Zenfin's focus has been trade finance. Ripple has been cross-border payments, wholesale payments, treasury flows. Two different use cases. Oh, and by the way, the utility problems that XRP Ripple are going after are bigger. So take that for what it's worth. We still love XDC. Still love XDC, absolutely. But it's just two different use cases, and you have to understand that there's a difference between the technology can do whatever you want it to do. You can build whatever you want on XRP, but the companies have a different focus. So it was a good question, good point, but just to clarify, it's like people are building shit coins on the XRP ledger right now. People are building crap on XDC too, right? That's the beautiful thing. These are both open source projects. Agreed with XRP relisting as a way to get our XRP. Absolutely. I think that they want us out. I think that they're going to squeeze us out by, seducing us with these higher prices. When we get this overnight pump for XRP after the lawsuit's over, so many people are going to exit at that point. And then as we continue to grow from there, people will give up their XRP. Most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah. I mean, 90% of holders that are holding it right now will probably offload 90% of their bag by the time we hit $20, to be honest. By the time we hit $10, to be honest. Especially when you couple that with how bad the situation could be in the macroeconomic picture. Yeah, people are going to be needing some money. Yeah. They're going to give up on the dream of 3, 4, 5-digit XRP because the situation is going to be that bad. But hey, with that being said, like I mentioned earlier, if you guys are looking to roll over your 401k into some precious metals, you can head on over to my website and just hit at the very top, precious metals. And if you're looking to just buy some, you don't have to have a retirement account. This is a reputable dealer that you can go buy gold, silver, precious metals from. They will ship it and deliver it to you, or they will take custody as well. You have to have a minimum of $20,000 liquid and make a $5,000 minimum investment, or you can roll over your 401k retirement account. So if you're looking to do that, which I know many of you guys have been asking me, so I finally found a reputable dealer to partner up with, head on over to my website, zachrector.com, and just at the very top, it's that precious metals link. Get in touch with them and they will hook you up. Okay. And then if you're looking to get into our Discord community, you can do that as well by going over to zachrichter.com, signing up for the Patreon, and you will get access to our Discord community. With that being said, I just appreciate all of you who tune in every day, who share my work with other like-minded individuals far and wide. I really appreciate you guys. We will see you tomorrow morning in the next update. Thank you so much. Take care and God bless.